On July 18th of this year, a young female college student disappeared while jogging in the town of Brooklyn, Iowa. Sadly to say later that she was found dead. We've all heard horrific stories like this in the news, maybe even in our local communities. Some of us may have even been victims of violent attacks ourselves or know someone that has been. While today, in no way am I advocating violence, I am going to show you a few very simple to use methods that can be used to escape if we're violently attacked. I've been studying violent crime survival now for almost 6 years. My teacher has been studying the martial arts for over 55 years. For over 40 of those years, he's been focused solely on escaping violent crime. I myself have taught many classes and seminars in this regard, and these are methods that I use in my classroom and I use to teach other people. So, we're not learning how to fight. A fight is an agreed upon mutually combative situation. What we are discussing today is when violence is thrust upon us unwillingly and sometimes by surprise. Now, the ultimate goal, if attacked, is to escape our attacker and to get to safety. So in order to do that, we need to use things that are simple and easy to recall. Also, the methods that I'm going to show you today are not based upon your strength, your size, or age, because that is different for all of us. So I need to have methods that I can show you that work across the board for everyone. Some of the verbs that we're going to use today are to rip, to square, to rip, to gouge, to squeeze, to poke. These are things that we do in our everyday life. They're things we have known how to do since we were little. And we're going to use that familiarity with those verbs and those things to learn the methods that we're going to learn today. The very first method I'm going to show you today is based on a thumbtack. Now, when we push a thumbtack into a corkboard, we simply hold it like so. We press it into the corkboard. If we need a little bit more pressure, we can put our thumb on it and we can push. We're going to use that same method today as a method to escape a violent attack. If this is my attacker, I can simply make the same hand configuration and I can push a thumbtack into his eye. It's no different than pushing it into a corkboard. Simply make the same shape here, push, and if successful, I can then run away, I can escape and get to safety. The second method that we're going to look at today is that of peeling an orange or gouging and peeling an orange. If I were to push my thumbtack into my attacker here, but for some reason this method didn't work and I wasn't able to escape, I could simply change my hand as if I were to peel an orange right here, press in, and peel the orange. Peel the orange, just like that. I know that may be disconcerting to some, but remember, this is about escaping a violent attack. This isn't about someone just being pushy or a little bit aggressive. This is about saving your life. The third method we're going to talk about today is something we do every day. We eat. And when we eat, what do we use? We use our teeth. Now, believe it or not, a human can bite nearly or just as hard as a German Shepherd. And we use this method in our class to teach very little children how to escape from an adult. If my attacker were to come at me and grab my hand, let's say this time, I would simply lean in, use my teeth, preferably on a knuckle, lay in, and just like your dog at home does when it has its favorite toy, you're going to shake, just like that. Because if you were to bite and just bear down, some people are capable of taking that type of pain and it may not affect them. But if you rip and tear, there's those verbs again, with your teeth, you're much more likely to affect him to let go and you're able to get away again to safety. The last method we're going to talk about today is actually using a tool, but it's a tool we carry with us every day. That's simply my car key. Now, some people you may have seen, they'll say to put your keys between your knuckles like this and to strike. That not only is ineffective, but it can end up hurting yourself. What we're going to use, we're going to use the same hand configuration we used for the thumbtack. I'm going to hold my key just like I do to put into the ignition, to push into my door lock at home, to turn the lock. It's the same way. I'm going to hold the key just like this. If the attacker were to come at me, I would simply put the key in the lock and turn and rip. Nothing very sophisticated, nothing requiring strength. Again, I have my key, I put the key in the lock, I turn the lock. Just like that, I can use that distraction and that pain that I caused my attacker to get away safely to myself. I'll put my keys down. In conclusion, with these methods, the most important part of all of them is the escape. No matter what you do, you need to escape. So we reviewed 3 methods: using a thumbtack, using peeling an orange, using a bite, and 1 tool, using a key. Put the key in the lock and turn. All very effective methods used to escape an attack. Theodore Roosevelt was quoted as saying, "In any moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing. The next best thing is the wrong thing. And the worst thing you can do is nothing." Now we've looked at some of these things you can do. If you find yourself in a violent situation, please do not do nothing. Live for your life. Live for those that are in your life. Escape to enjoy your life. Please do not be another news story that we have to read about. Thank you.